Welcome back. Sorry that was abrupt, but everything's back now. I can see the activity feed. I can see the ad warning. Hello, Tatra, and welcome. I'm going with slow. I'm going with slow. I'm a coward. Yeah, this is kind of my first time playing. We've already done main quest and Blood Moon though. So it's been a minute. I haven't done main quest on this game. I did it on a pretty much pure vanilla. No OpenMW or anything. You just got 5 more ads? You should not have. You should at least tell me if they're gonna do that. Oh yeah, I definitely agree. But I wanted to get the full classic experience. Suri is not at work. He's just, he was playing video games, and now I don't know where he is. I think he's doing house chores. I had, at least the Morrowind graphics extender mod, just so, you know, it like, fit on my monitor. View distance was definitely improved by OpenMW. Am I going to relieve King Houseth of his OP ring? I mean, I was already going to kill him, so I guess so. I cannot move. Oh, hard cat again. Way too dark and scary without OpenMW. I'm glad I got the full jank, so I could have fully appreciate what OpenMW adds. Bonkers levels of God tier broken. 100% reflect, 100% resist. Well, I might not want to wear it all the time because that's the only way I can get magic back. Oh, jeez. And I'm naked. I forgot about the downsides of wolfing out. Oh, and 10 points restore health and fatigue. Puppy time is over. Return to cat. Surely I can kill one person without magic. Don't mind the little bit of magic I used. We did it! Who are you? I hope you weren't important. You bought Biomutant for PS4 today. And your first PS5 game, System Shock Remake? Yeah, I saw you recommend System Shock in the chat. It's actually interesting because the first time I tried streaming, which I sometimes talk about, when I was a teenager, System Shock was one of the games that I attempted to stream. You can kill one person without magic, but I don't wanna. Well, I didn't use Magicka. Alright, that just hurt me. It's a really good game. The puzzles give you brain rot, though. I didn't get very far. It would not cooperate with old school OBS and also my potato of a computer I was trying to run both of them on.
Welcome to my world, where we do things my way.
I don't believe I've seen a Khajiit with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Goodbye. You don't want to talk to me. Talk to the boss, Strathis.
I let the boss do all the talking.
But the boss doesn't want to talk to me.
All right, I'm listening.
Help me. Is this supposed to be dramatic because he's a human? I mean, you don't have to ask me twice. Even though they did. Oh, good night, Tetra. I hope you feel a lot better after some rest. Well, I've killed better people for worse reasons. Welcome back. Hey, you got anything to say about this naked dude screaming for help? No? Okay then. Basically.
Welcome to my world.
Wait a minute.
Where we do things my way.
Disposition goes down 5 points if you have a weapon drawn. I like that. Anyway. I mean, You think I've only got one? Breath ring? I might as well. Well.
You in.
You still gonna let the boss do the talking?
Do you seek an audience with me?
I thought those bracelets, drain your magicka. So what was he doing? That's a thing in Oblivion too. I was told about it in Oblivion. How many points go down if you hit him? All of them. I think his disposition is 0 now. If you put the weapon away now, he'll have 5 disposition with you, right? That makes sense, yeah? Yeah, I think so. In most cases, disposition doesn't change, but another value called fight shoots up. He's still neutral. You can't see fight, but it's always there. It's true. Yeah. Even apart from current events, that's just always the case over there, or so I hear. Thank you, Khajiit. I am in your debt. Alas, in my present financially embarrassed condition. It is a debt I cannot repay. I fear that, under the circumstances, your own virtue must be sufficient reward. That's fine, man. You like... Are those not the bracelets I think they are? Well, alright, see you later. Drillborn thanked me for my rescue, but he said he was financially embarrassed and had no reward for me. That's fine, man. Shabadoo. Hi, Nix. How you doing? Like, if you use taunt on someone, their fight is secretly going up. Well, that's good. It's important to keep living. So these are the palace sewers. But we're still finding goblins, so I think it counts. See, I think there was supposed to be a third person in that encounter. It's just that one of them saw me as a werewolf and ran off and died on his own. I mean, not on his own. I helped. But he was alone when it happened. I had some difficulties this morning, but I'm doing much better now. Oh, good night, Mom. Thank you for popping in. Bring it. I wanted to see if you had any more magic for me. Cat turned into dog, played by a mouse. We're like a Matryoshka of magical prowess. There's a barbarian wandering around in Mournhold that gives you a quest to rescue that guy. Well, I'm glad I made him happy. I'm gonna have to morph for these very weak critters because I have no stam. The stat bonuses make up for my stat debuffs. The barbarian should disappear now that the dude has been rescued. Well, that's odd. Maybe this guy wasn't as friendly to that barbarian as we all thought. The Royal Palace basement. I will absolutely hug Suri for you. I'm gonna squeeze him extra tight and let him know. I just need to hug you right now because of my mom. Yay! Ania does not know you, so Ania has nothing to say to you. That's right. Sorry, I forgot. Hug sorry for you too. That ludicrous, really adorable cutie pie. I will. I'll be sure to give him a bespoke hug each for Mom and for you, Nyx. Would anyone else like for me to hug my husband for them? He's more a bean than a pie, but both are acceptable, I'm pretty sure. He's a Sinzu bean. The sweetest bean that ever did jump. You can have a sweet bean pie. Can't you? Over there in the UK, do they ever put beans in pies? Over here in Australia, they put meat in pies. That's kind of the same thing, right? You're fine with just saying hello? Gotcha. You're not a goblin. Or you at least look different from the other goblins. Please. No, it's a goblin. They did it in the UK first. In fact, much of Australian tradition likely started here. Yeah, that's at least the way it's presented. Like, that's what I would have assumed. Yeah, sewers have goblin diversity. That's good for the sewers. Is that a goblin dog, then? I really like goblin dogs in Pathfinder, for no particular reason. For the crime of being Scottish? I thought it was for the crime of stealing tissues. No, what was it? Yeah, stealing handkerchiefs. Or so they said on the dollop. That was a popular, drummed up petty crime. Just to get rid of the, just to get rid of, like, vagrants. Some of them are wearing little collars. I assumed this was some kind of Daedra, just based on the eyes. I'll be honest, I forgot that you guys call the hood of a car a bonnet. I've converted on boot. Bonnet is gonna take me a minute. Okay, let's find out when last I saved.
Welcome to my world, where we do things
Fair enough.
my way.
Yeah, boot's the back of a car here too. Stateside, we call it the trunk. Now look, they're both fine and valid. Trunk makes more sense. Now, I'm not saying that boot is wrong, and I use boot all the time. All I'm saying is, it makes more sense. It's where you put things. It's where you put things to travel with. In a trunk. Now, to be fair, A torch is a much better word than a flashlight.
I let the boss do all.
Joe Rajo weaves a wondrous woe, smithing blackguard and ragged foe, a hex to vex the mightest bane. Those who dared resist lay slain, though lucky few do yet remain, beguiled, enthralled, neath her reign. What does await these zealous fresh? Just wait till beast does hungry for flesh. You know what? With a bit of meta knowledge, I'm just gonna leave these guys be. Can you ask your question quickly? Like, ground floor? Next one up is first floor? I didn't even know that was not how people do it. Over in the EU. Or, the UK. Whichever one. In other parts of the world. Oh, no, it's fine, honestly. I still feel relatively unspoiled, honestly, that there's just some guy with a quest for that person. And now we get to see that dialogue. You've seen both in the US, at least in parking garages? Oh yeah, no, you're right. I've always, or at least for the most part, I haven't been in many cities until I came to Australia, and here, for some reason, I haven't taken an elevator very often. Except in, like, a hospital. But, oh man, honestly, I can't remember. I feel like I've seen first floor and ground floor being the same thing before. Sometimes I have seen where the ground floor is not necessarily the first floor, due to weird elevation things. The first floor Nick sounds, they are the most vicious. First floor Nick's ground floor thing happens. I definitely remember seeing G instead of 1 at least once. Oh wow. I was impressed with myself, but I'm not going to say what I just did out loud. We had a couple of buildings that kind of had 2 ground floors just because of elevation. Like my no, it's not doxing. My school was built into a hill. It had an entrance at the bottom, but it also had an exit up top. Wow, just destroyed, sorry. But yeah, it had an entrance. It was like 3 stories. It had an entrance at ground floor, which was street level. But it also had an exit at the 2nd level that went out into like the sports field and sports field. Movie Theater Plaza south of your town does it for some reason. But yeah, that place didn't even have an elevator. We didn't have numbering schemes. I thank you, Nix, and good luck with your endeavors. I'd prefer luck with 9 souls in a bit. I don't need luck with 9 souls. I'll do it by my own merit. School had a similar setup. Everyone thought the front door was the back door and vice versa. Wait a minute. This is Royal Palace Basement. I am so lost, by the way. No, I remember. It's up here because there's goblins up here that kill you. Or not. That's Bazaar Sewers. That's, the Black Dart Gang territory. It's this place. It was a lot of fun. There was a sense of whimsy to it. You could walk down the street and see like stairs down into a shop that was like built below street level. Little windows peeking up with a sidewalk built like halfway through. Saving. I have an audience and a new one that is. Oh, wait, really? Oh, your cat plushies are circling the monitor. It's on. Oh, the cat plushies. Is it unsettling? Well, I guess if you didn't put them there, it is rather unsettling. How does one add pronouns to Twitch? There is an extension that you can use. And I was getting it, and Isa already did because you're amazing. Yeah, so that is a browser extension. It's available for Firefox, which I use. It's also available for Chrome, I'm pretty sure. Probably other stuff. You do not need the extension for it to show up on stream. But it does put it in your browser as well, if you do have it. "15 minutes to take effect, but added." Why, thank you. It makes things easy for me. Affect to affect. Affect. That one. Yeah, that one. Titan Affect. Oh my gosh. Gonna drink this goblin juice as a treat. Cerberish plushie scared them off. You're safe now. I don't mind being watched by cats. It happens more often than you think. It's too late. I drank the Gobbo juice. I slept it right down. The Gobbos make good juice. I don't know what to tell you. You posted said cats to Discord. Thank you very much. I'm going to be very excited to check that out at a time that will not make my husband spray me with a bottle in real life. What happens when Mouse drinks Gobbo juice? Guess we'll find out. Well, the immediate effect was my health went up. Here, I'll do it again. They make good juice. I only go to Gobbo's. Restore luck. Allison Allison. These cats were harass your Rattata plushie. Except the trans-colored one, she's chill. I kind of wish I got back into plushies. We've got some. We got some when we went to, like, a conservatory. We got some of the animals we saw there in plushie form. Well. Hey, can you aim those at me? I'd really appreciate it. Can't take the spit where you want to. You'll have to spray a boulder up a hill for eternity. You just have to imagine yourself happy in that situation. That's supposed to make it better, right? Congratulations, take up a ton of space, cost money, and get upsetty spaghetti if you eat without share. Yeah, that's the problem is... I don't mind sharing, but the space is kind of an issue. We have... I can count, because they're all here. 3, 4, 5, 6 if you count a Pokeball on display now. And that seems to be about the limit. But they are pretty cute. You'll just imagine yourself doing the bit instead. Well, that's nice for you. Yeah, where's my casual philosophy enjoyers in chat? I need to get back into it to properly prepare for this chat, actually. It tends to go, slightly above my pay grade. We're a ponderful bunch. We need a nice orb redeem for when we need to do a hard ponder. Battlefield? There's enemies nearby in the battlefield? Yes. I can put myself in an orb. Back again with tea? Sounds awesome. I got myself a nice, Sorry, the second orb broke me. Floggar the Bloody. What do you want? Nothing, I guess, man.
Say your piece or step aside.
The second ponder emote broke me. It was a wombo combo of both together. Okay, are we good? Extra focused pondering. I really love the emotes you always use. It's definitely given some inspiration for some down the line. I didn't realize how necessary a taking notes emote was. Even pondering isn't safe. Did someone say ring? I swear, one of the guards has it. I had it last week before the weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved healing ring. Family heirloom of mine. You haven't seen it, have you? The other one left. Okay, now we left off at Battlefield. But then everything was chaos. We're left with nothing but the way we felt, our strategy, and a sword, which was not enough. Ghost orbs. Out of stam. I need the other sword. Man, if this thing was big enough to ride... It's got a collar! Ooh. Have to destroy it. It's too powerful. When the orb... You have to be careful, for when you ponder the orb ponders back. Be nice. If there were short races like gnomes, goblins, etc. as playable. Yeah, it's true. I do like a small race in RPGs. Oh god. I added a sound effect and it scared me. I read, what does this button do, just in time. And I was like, oh, what's about to happen? I hope the sound isn't too loud. I can't adjust it. Oh. The quest led me to the sewers. A dark, dank, goblin-infested hole. Not unlike the palace itself. Times like these, with creatures coming out the woodwork to attack first. Part of me thinks it's nice. Simple. Gives me a break from thinking about the politics of the above world. You'll do a replay of Skyrim or Oblivion soon. This is bringing that mood closer. Currently playing Raft and building a fortress. I wish I could... I'm always so tempted by survival games. And then I try playing it and it doesn't work out. It ain't easy being a street mouse, but we all have to do what we can to survive. The cheddar don't come easy. I've had to do some things I'm not proud of. But then, haven't we all? You recommend Red Leicester? Yeah, Raft is definitely more fun with multiplayer. I got into Raft a little bit with Suri, my hubby. Oh, hello, drummer. Hello and ooh to you. Welcome back, Suri. It's a very orange-colored cheese, very tasty. Oh, I thought that was a survival game. Why, Ali, great. Allie. I remember when I used to go by that name. These days they just call me Noir Mouse. Mouse Noir. Can't imagine why. Cheese survival game. You mostly spend your time building and building and building. Yeah, I think that's my thing. I think I can get behind a survival game if it has a good building mechanic. I think that's my buy-in requirement for it. Because of the survival games I've been able to get into, they've all had kind of a focus on building. Can I sleep? I've never tried 7 Days to Die. I do technically own it. And by technically, I mean literally. But it was actually like my mom's boyfriend who bought it just because he didn't want to make his own Steam account. Oh yeah, that's right. They did release 1.0 recently. Because everyone already had it. Certainly, some people were waiting on that 1.0. I launched Phasmophobia just yesterday, community game night in the Discord. I launched it for the first time in 4 years. I was surprised that it is still technically not at 1.0 yet. Poor guy. He must have really upset his GM, huh? Because your raft is so big, the shark often cannot find you when you go swimming. It's pretty handy. I actually lost that goblin for a minute. There's a lot more than it seemed at first. Hit me. Thank you. Uh-oh. Oh, you loser. See, we totally had it. It didn't come down to, like, sheer luck in a coin flip or anything like that. Also, I'm saving. And going back the correct direction. And summoning a ghost for sippies. You save the regular amount, you know, 30 to 40 times a second. Yeah, that sounds, honestly, you're kind of living on the edge. The city gate. Had to step out for a second, choked on your... I've definitely done that. I'm glad you're doing better. I've just swallowed wrong on nothing and been taken out of commission for a minute. Why so many? Can I rest until healed, please? Thank you. Hardcore gamer, you only save 30 times a second. I definitely should save that often. I could just set the frame rate so that it doesn't show the save message. It shows every other frame and saves every other frame. There, see? Easy peas. Not sure that we actually have to do the armory. Keep wanting to, like, leave these guys alive because there's a chance they might cast magic on me. Choking on spit, air, hair, sometimes even just nothing. Oh my gosh. That's the worst part about long hair, by the way. Actually, the worst part about having really long hair, and thankfully I just got it cut so it happens less. No, I wasn't just checking my my face on stream to see how accurate the statement was about to be perceived. I just got it cut so it happens less. But the worst part is actually when you get your hair caught in your armpit while you're laying down. You shaved one side, so you've got one side with long, the other side hairless. It's a bold look, and I really like it. And I wish that I could have the confidence to pull it off. I'm popping up, by the way. I'm just gonna pop it up and see how hard we can speedrun these goblins. Well, the plan remains the same. It's so enticing, but it's such a commitment. The NHS insisted you look feminine, which was the only reason you had long hair. But you kind of grew attached to it being something extra to lie on when you sleep. That's, I'm not familiar with the NHS, to be completely honest. But I kind of hate them. Just from that one piece of information. I don't hate anyone. Hate is a poison that you feed yourself or whatever. But that's awful. National Health Service. What? Like, what? Like what? Sorry. I'm trying to process why a National Health Service would, have input. You were told... Oh, my. I am boiling. You have to dress stereotypically for a certain amount of years before... This is eerily similar to what I was told as a child. But it was told to me as a horror story. And kept me, deep in the eggshell for many a year. So I guess in a way, Mom was right. In a legal sense, at least, not in a social sense, of course. I heard there's a lot of issues going on with it over there. And everywhere, honestly. I'm very lucky that I got what I need. I had to comparatively jump through minimal hoops. Maybe it's because... I'm also lucky that I don't really need the surgery, especially at this point in my life. Oh my gosh. You're saying so many things that increases my blood temperature. I'm not saying stop, I'm just saying I'm in a position where I'm trying to choose my words carefully. Yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't... I... I believe they were banned until you're 18, which is really helpful. Well, I can just hope that things turn around soon. Tears of Amonche. It's definitely a scary time out there. I'm from the US originally, yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. Well, when I had that conversation as a kid, I was, well, I was younger than 10, that's for sure. And, we didn't have home internet. And mom did her best with what she knew. And honestly, for being like, what, 2001? Like, again, I said less than 10. Early 2000s. She could have done much worse than giving me some less than accurate information. That's a good thing he stopped noticing me and turned around. Is this thing a goblin too? He's like 4 times the size. Oh, hey, it's a war chief. We did a progress. Yeah, it's also worthwhile to mention that even when the law sucks, it doesn't mean that you can't come out to friends and have them support you socially. I know for a lot of people, the medical side of it is really important. But She's better now, much better. I'm sorry you had to go through that. We got the war chiefs. Yeah. It'll be, the future's gonna be better. It has to be. You should have seen the, velocity. Because I did have to see a psych to get, HRT, which is as much as I need, thankfully. Like, the velocity of eye roll that he did when I was like, oh yeah, I need you to basically confirm so I can get the drugs. And he was like, all right, let's do this stupid sheet. Okay, so as a kid, did you play with... Tell me about, like, girly things you did as a kid. And I was like, I don't know. He's like, okay, played with soft toys. Here you go. Like, it was very clearly he was filling out what he needed to get the law to agree with him. There was some massaging. Well, you know, future's a big word. Based medical bureaucrat. Oh, I basically had to tell the doctor to do it. I showed up because I needed to go to a GP to get referred to a psych so that so it would get covered, basically. Which, I mean, thank goodness for that. But I basically showed up and told him explicitly, this is what I need and this is what I need you to do and how you should do it. And he kind of just did it, thankfully. I know my friend who is a trans man did not have the same luck and got really, like, had to go through a lot more hoops for it. Yeah, plushies was a... Yeah, it's like, okay, play with Barbies or whatever. And I was like, well, no, most of my toys were plushies. And he's like, okay, soft toys, got it. Plushies are apparently a thing for girls. I was not aware. Instead he said, you can give them to you. And I said, no, you need a diagnosis. And he said, okay, here's a therapist. I don't know if they can diagnose. And maybe water pistols, but that's pushing it. Okay, so we killed the war chiefs. I think that's all we actually needed to do. We haven't seen the Altmer yet, but I guess we'll keep looking. I must take a very brief break to get myself perhaps a little treat and do a brief capitalism. But I'll be back in like less than 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. You play a healer? I play a healer too when I do MMOs, like when I was doing Final Fantasy XIV at least. Yeah, it was, I definitely lucked out in the mom department. I'll give her credit there. Yeah, I guess I don't act... Oh, wait, I do often heal. Alright, anyway. I do have to skedoodle for break, but I'll be back real soon. Oh! Oh.